technology is man's inescapable future. Today, no business, regardless of industry or size, is immune to digital disruption. While the journey to digital transformation is unique for every country, Nigeria has largely evolved in line with global trend, although it appears to be always a step behind.
I feel frustrated going to the ATM machine and then it's not dispensing or there is network issues. I have to go to 2 or 3 other branches or ATM machines. It's still the same thing and it's very frustrating. So I would advise every bank official or the banks to always check their ATM machines, like at intervals, probably every 2 hours interval, at every 2 hours, to check if there is service and if there is still cash in the ATM machines to make withdrawal easier for users.
It's stressful, very, very stressful. It's annoying as if you just go there, especially when you are stranded, no money overnight, and you want to go the next day, no money. It's annoying. I don't know, it's really annoying. They should make their services more reliable so that our customers won't be complaining. Like my dad now, he has been with a particular bank for like 10 years now and he's still complaining of that same bank. They are not effective at all, so they should increase in their effectiveness.
When you say you are digitizing things, it means essentially that you are bringing things to automation, or shall I say computerization.
Today, organizations are beginning to exploit the opportunities presented by digital technology to redefine business models, connect with customers, and to grow their brands.
The banks have invested heavily over the years, starting from when the first debit cards was issued in Nigeria, up to the ATMs, up to now we are going into virtual and reality system, artificial intelligence. Okay, we are having machine learning systems being deployed by financial institutions, and you are seeing banks coming up with robots with different names. Yes, a lot of innovation. These whole solutions come with a lot of investments. I give banks the credit for these investments. I give banks the credit for trying to play by the rules and trying to ensure that the customer gets the best and most convenient financial service. Okay, in terms of digital delivery. Overall, let's remember that whatever we deploy is for the customer.
But the speed at which industries are transforming digitally differs from one another. The cultural systems, processes, and even the capabilities of each industry all come into play when embarking on digital transformation. Thankfully, the Nigeria's financial space has taken to digitized transformation like fish to water.
If you look at the core agenda of CEBIH for 2018-2019, we are going to focus on policies and agendas that promotes cybersecurity, right? So we have a core responsibility to continue to provide adequate security on our digital platform. And you know the statistics today. As of June, the CBN said we've lost like about 5 billion to fraud on digital channels, right? But I tell you that is official figure. Okay, it's much more higher than that. Okay, the fraudsters don't sleep, and we are continuously upgrading and enhancing our systems to beat the tricks that they come up with, and even including the social engineering and social exploitation of our customers. So security is paramount for us. It's a challenge, but it's a surmountable challenge.
Where we in this taxi business, we prefer cash and carry, because most people do transfer. They say they don't transfer, but then you see, they will show it to you, they will tell you successful. At the end of the day, you will discover you didn't see the money, and most times it happens like that. You discover that it's fake. So it's like maybe Nigerians, Nigerian youth are very intelligent. Maybe they find a way of doing that successful alert to say it's successful. But we, the taxi driver, we don't see things like that, so we don't believe in it anymore.
The sector has produced massive advancement in operational efficiency, leading to digitization of transactions such that the use and movement of physical cash are gradually declining.
This is my business. I don't like to hold money cash for my pocket. I need to put my money to the account. Because if I want to withdraw, I will use my ATM go and withdraw. If one person to pay me to the account, I will give her my account number. He will send it to my account. Because of the area, bad boys are always there in Nigeria. So if I hold my money for my pocket, they can do me anything they like because of my money. Money is they actually sometimes if you hold money in your pocket, you go attract some people. They know say money is your pocket, then go attack you for one place.
For me, I'm a spontaneous spender, and I always like to have cash in my pocket. It's easy for me when I see something I need to borrow, I need to make an expenditure. It's easy for me to seal the deal and conclude my transaction. But when you do e-transaction, there's always a feeling of insecurity in terms of transaction successfulness, because I need to call the transaction partner if the transaction was successful. So the disparity is huge, For me, I feel more confident when I have cash in my pocket, to be honest with you. It just helps me regulate all my transactions. I see the dealer face to face and, okay, this is the amount, you get it, and I'm done.
1963, I started this work. So now, thank God, our vulcanizer working is work and pay. Is the one who is better because those people we are using with them. Even those Alakowe, those educated, I can't tell other people who are using car. Some can tell you say he's coming back or they don't come back. Or to how many work will they will bring? Water, we water for you, tubeless tire. As we change our own price now, seven will tell us we go pay for bank. It's not possible. Okay? For canalizing tire, transfer or no transfer, it's only to I work for you, pay me my money.
The biggest sign of Nigeria's success in the journey to digital transformation is government payments through a treasury single account called TSA, which has helped the government to realize billions of naira that were hitherto not accessible, all thanks to digitization.
We are seeing technology and digitization play a role on government payments. So you see the disbursements happening today, a lot of digital payments going on. That doesn't take away the fact that in some very remote areas there is still table payment and cash payment, which we must get rid of in 2019 and formally include in the digital space. And most importantly, digital entrepreneurship, right? You see a lot of small young business, almost every new startup today, you see every young man you see going into business is going into a business that is going to be driven by digital.
The same cannot be said about critical sectors within the nation's economy like education, health, agriculture, and transportation. Education. Education is perhaps one of the most critical sectors that need urgent attention today.
Digitizing education is really the future. It's where every nation is driving towards. I used to speak with my grandma, she's late now, and the stories she tells us of when she was in school, some of them I can't relate with them now because they are so far-fetched. We've gotten so bad that those things she says and the way teachers were revered looks like it was ancient. But it went bad in the hands of some people because of lack of vision and mismanagement. So now we need to rethink what should the education of Nigerian child be? What should a typical school be? What should they do? What should learning look like? Investments in education reflects in the human capital development of the populace. So because that has not happened, there's a reason to say that our education is quite shabby. And that's also because many of the educational institutions are not operating at their fullest capacity. Sometimes they have more students in class than the teachers to teach them. For example, the UN standard is 1 teacher to 20 students, but then, you know, in our Nigerian schools, you have 1 teacher to 50 students, sometimes 60 students.
Health. The health sector is one that is currently undergoing sweeping digital transformations. The earliest sign is the increase in electronic health records in various health institutions, which is a critical asset in healthcare management.
It's very interesting to know that digital technology and healthcare, they have come now hand in hand. Just to give you 2-3 examples, nowadays there are mobile apps available for the patients to book appointments, to send their reports to the doctor before even they come for a consultation. There are a lot of apps available. It saves a lot of turnaround time for the patient. On the other hand side, there are safety applications, because unlike old days where the X-ray used to be manual and a lot of radiation was there, but nowadays there are digital X-rays available where there is a less exposure of radiation, and it's a safety for the patient also. For the medical professionals, there are a lot of advantages these days. For example, in hospital nowadays, due to the digital technology, all the medical records are saved on EMR, electronic medical record, on the server or on the digital platform. So no need to keep the manual files records for anymore.
Studies indicate that smartphone apps are now considered helpful tools in enhancing patient education, facilitating communication, and patient engagement. It can only get better as we continue to use technology to transform the nation's healthcare system.
There is a beginning of application of digital technology already happening in Nigeria. But we have not reached that stage where we should be. Nigeria is one of the fastest growing economy in Africa. But there's a lot of things still needs to be achieved in Nigeria when it comes to digital technology or the application of digital technology into the medical field. We are not yet there.
Why do you think so?
There are, for example, as I mentioned earlier, for the diagnosis of the disease or for the treatment of disease, there are a lot of digital technology equipments and machines which are yet not available in Nigeria. As I was giving you example, in the other parts of the world, there is a knife which is called cyber knife technology. This cyber knife technology is to remove tumors and the cancer sarcomas without doing the operation. This type of technological advancements are yet to come into Nigeria, but they are available in the other parts of the world.
Agriculture. Agriculture provides the most basic of human needs, food. It is also one of the first sectors to begin to grapple with how to use digital technology to improve production and distribution of its produce.
The first part that has been very tremendous is the use of the GSM technology. Cell phones and so on has been the most useful. However, things that could have been very helpful, like using things like drones to help you survey your land, those ones today are only few and far between. In actual fact, with the security issues in the country, those of us who want to use drones to survey our land and so on and so forth have challenges because of the security situation in the country, you can't do it. And so there are a number of things that are holding back, but in the computerization of the system itself is very important. There is an easy way of helping farmers determine the quality of their soil. This can be done electronically, but that's not been done.
I heard the Prime Minister of Israel speak on the impact of digitization on agriculture. Then you see a nation that really understands what they are doing, because they are able, listen to this, very interesting, they are able to track every crop and know in specific terms which one needs what quantity of water, which one needs what quantity of fertilizer, and what type of fertilizer. That's what capacity of technology can do.
The current funding arrangement we have are very short-term. Agriculture is a long-term industry. Even where some of the farming practices are short-term, like the horticulture and so on, the banks don't really have the understanding of what's involved here. Interest rates are extremely high. Efforts by the central bank, which are very well intentioned, don't seem to have been well synchronized with the commercial banking sector in Nigeria. And they are the ones that actually disburse the funds. So there's a disconnect between the central bank, who are encouraging it, the banks, who are taking part of the risk, and the actual supposed beneficiaries, which is the agricultural community.
Transportation. The transportation sector, which is made up of the ports, land, sea and air, are at best chaotic. The sheer logistics required for effective transportation system is precisely the sort of situation that can be digitized and handled by technology.
I went to transport, trying to travel. I begged them if I can pay with their POS. They said that I can't pay with POS, I'll have to go and bring cash. And I don't have the cash with me. I even have to plead with the manager. Okay, let me just do transfer so that I can travel. They refused me. For the past 30 minutes, I've been begging this man. He asked me to go to the bank and withdraw money before I can pay for my transportation. Now I went to the bank, long queue. I have to stand there for going to an hour. I couldn't even withdraw. Now I got back here, still begging. He asked me to go to another bank. Now I have to take a bike to another bank to see if I can just withdraw money to travel.
Oga, see our motto here. Nobody tell us about digital. If you to say anybody tell us about digital or anybody know about digital, they should let us know or tell us. This is 3 months we are here. See my clothes. I wash my clothes. I slept here always. Anybody will know digital, make it come tell me so that I can tell my people. So that we can go and meet digital. Maybe they can come and assist us to carry us out of this place.
Oh, wow. My distinguished CB members, I want to use this opportunity to welcome them to the retreat holding in Abeokuta, the 2018 annual retreat. I believe we've spoken well about the economy and some of the aspects that we need to look at. I want to charge CB members that as professionals in this field, I also want to call on the advisory council members, that is made up of our past chairman and vice chairman, to continue to rededicate themselves towards bringing up the best policy that will help us support all the sectors. In 2019, we are taking digital into the economy. We don't just want to be bank serving customers. We want to be bank providing solutions for different aspects of the economy and making sure that it gets to the last mile in that sector. And I know that with the caliber of people we have in CB, both at the general membership, the executive council, the advisory council, this is a small task for us. And I'm hoping that the communique, the action points we will draw up from Abeokuta is going to be a very strong one that we can implement and will keep us very busy and active and successful in 2019. Thank you.